on NBC. That's Nightly News for this Monday. I'm Tom Llamas. Thanks so much for watching. Tonight and always, we're here for you. Good night.
KUAM TV8, home of the Milan Cortina Olympics. Coverage begins February 6, 2026. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adai Itano program. Apply at matson.com and McDonald's of Guam. I'm loving it.
On KUAM News Primetime.
A special reunion on Guam this week as Hung Kao, the Trump-appointed Undersecretary of the Navy, returns to the island for the first time in 50 years, this time in a very different role. I'm Mitsuki Hirayama with the story coming up.
Could the Guam Education Board be closer to their pick for next superintendent of GDOE? More coming up tonight.
Acting Governor Joshua Tenorio signs a wave of new laws to strengthen Guam's public safety and healthcare while vetoing one to protect the island's environment. I'm Nevaeh Anderson with more on this coming up.
Hafa and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Destiny Cruz-Langus. Thanks for ending your day with us. Well, 50 years ago, a 4-year-old boy arrived on Guam as a refugee fleeing war-torn Vietnam. This week, Hung Kao, now Undersecretary of the Navy, returned to the island, this time as top brass in the military after being appointed by President Trump earlier this month. Mitsuki Hirayama has the report.
A historic homecoming this week for new Undersecretary of the Navy, Hung Kao, a man who first landed on Guam 50 years ago as a young refugee escaping the Vietnam War.
By God's grace, we all made it to this amazing country called the United States, and Guam was the doorway to freedom for us.
On Monday night, Kao paid tribute to Vietnam War veterans and former refugees at the Vietnam Veterans of America Chapter 668 headquarters in Mangilao. These refugees were part of Operation New Life, the U.S. military operation that brought thousands of Vietnamese families to Guam in 1975. Kao was one of them.
50 years ago, our honored guest was one of over 115,000 refugees who fled the fallen Saigon in April 1975.
In 1975, we faced this fear that the communists were coming over. So that night, my mom was sewing notes into our clothes saying, "This is my son, please take care of him in case we get separated."
He went on to serve the nation that provided him refuge, retiring from the Navy as a decorated combat veteran after 25 years. Now, Kao has returned to Guam for the first time in half a century as the second highest civilian official in the Department of War, with direct oversight of military operations in Guam.
I'm just trying to open up relations because I am the new senior defense official of Guam. So, I represent the entire Department of War when it comes to Guam. So I report directly to Secretary Hegseth when it comes to anything that deals with Guam and Marianas Islands.
Tuesday afternoon, Kao also met with Governor Lou Leon Guerrero at Adelup. His visit comes amid a federal shutdown and Guam's growing strategic role in the Pacific.
It's a great responsibility, and by the Undersecretary coming here at this time when he just newly got appointed, that means how important we are to the island.
Meantime, Kao took the time to speak and break bread with Guam's Vietnam veterans and refugees, underscoring their shared experience.
I'm proud to serve again, to take care of our sailors and Marines the way they've taken care of me over the years. And so for Vietnam vets, thank you again from the bottom of my heart, from a former refugee who depended on you to take care of us at as we exited Vietnam, as we came into the refugee camps, and for your continued service.
Mitsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
And we'll have more from the new Undersecretary tomorrow on Primetime as he speaks to the federal shutdown, the military housing situation, and discussions with island leadership. Well, as the Guam Education Board meets this hour, all eyes are on one big question. Will they name the next superintendent of education tonight? According to Chair Angel Sablan, that may be the case.
Will the Guam Education Board be a step closer to choosing the next superintendent? The GEB set to convene Tuesday night for its regular meeting with an executive session on the agenda.
We have a meeting on October 21st, which is our regular meeting, where the board will go into an executive session to discuss the answers that all the applicants gave to those 16 questions. If we come to a consensus at that meeting and we come out of our executive session, we may be able to announce a new superintendent.
During last Monday's Meet the Applicants press conference, GEB Chair Angel Sablan sharing that update, noting the 5 applicants for superintendent, Dr. Barbara Adamas, Erica Cruz, Joe Sanchez, Dr. Judy Wampat, and Kenneth Perez have all been interviewed. The GEB chair seemingly impressed by the candidates' experience and passion for the role.
As one can tell you here sitting as chair of the Guam Education Board, that no matter who we choose as superintendent, we're going to be happy that they will give their 110% to make the future of our kids that much better.
However, should Tuesday's meeting yield no decision, Sablan says a special meeting will be held during the first week of November to come to a consensus. Meantime, current GDOE Superintendent Dr. Kenneth Swanson is set to step down at the end of the year, with a new superintendent slated to start on January 1st, 2026, who will have a 4-year contract in place. Stay with KUAM as we continue to track the race for superintendent.
Acting Governor Josh Tenorio has signed a wave of new bills into public law impacting everything from housing and healthcare to policing and transparency, while vetoing one over environmental concerns. Nevaeh Anderson breaks down what these new laws mean for the island's communities and why one measure didn't make the cut.
In a sweeping review of recent legislation, Acting Governor Joshua Tenorio has moved forward with several key measures he says will strengthen Guam's safety, health, housing, and transparency. Among them, Bills 51 and 73, which transfer land from the Chamorro Land Trust Commission to the Guam Police Department for 2 major public safety projects, a new police precinct in Jigo and a public safety communication center in Barragata Heights. Tenorio says the projects will enhance public safety for residents and visitors and close communication gaps exposed during Typhoon Mawar. Bill 21 transfers the Department of Public Health facility in Manilao to the Guam Community College to build a nursing annex and new allied health programs. While some worry it removes a vital health facility that was slated for renovation, Tenorio calls it, quote, the beginning of a partnership between GCC and public health. On healthcare funding, Bill number 1 restores the Guam Cancer Trust Fund to full strength, requiring at least 15% of the Healthy Futures Fund, or $4 million a year, for cancer prevention and treatment after years of underfunding. And Bill 137 makes it a crime to interfere with the reporting of sexual assault, legislation Tenorio called, quote, a critical step toward fostering an environment where victims feel safe in their pursuit of justice. But not every bill earned his approval. Acting Governor Tenorio vetoed Bill number 7, which would have allowed quarrying on a Manilao property under the Chamorro Land Trust. He stated its passage would threaten Guam's limestone forests and jeopardize federal conservation plans. In his veto message, Tenorio warned, quote, removing the limestone forest would increase sediment runoff to the coastline. For the acting governor, this round of decisions is defined by an endeavor towards balancing economic growth and environmental protection, innovation and accountability, and immediate needs and long-term sustainability. Nevaeh Anderson, KUAM News.
In other news, the Guam Police Department has arrested 49-year-old Donald Joseph Lacno of Agate in connection with the April 3 shooting, death of 36-year-old Carl Gargarita in the Pagachao area of Hagat. Lacno faces multiple charges, including aggravated murder, aggravated assault, and use of a deadly weapon in the commission of a felony. Detectives with GPD's Criminal Investigations Section, assisted by the FBI Guam Resident Office, identified Lacno as the shooter through forensic video analysis. He has been booked and confined to the Department of Corrections. The case is now with the Office of the Attorney General for prosecution. A man is facing charges after allegedly strangling a woman during a domestic dispute. 29-year-old Keone Leonguerrero Kitigwa was charged with strangulation and family violence after police say he assaulted the woman when she confronted him about leaving an infant unattended. Officers observed bruises and cuts on her face, neck, and arms. She told police Kitigwa put her in a headlock until she nearly lost consciousness and continued attacking her even after she tried to defend herself. Kitigwa refused to speak with investigators without an attorney. He was released on $3,000 personal recognizance and faces up to 4 years in prison if convicted. Time for a quick break. You're watching KUAM.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at your Island Pizza Hut.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Every day, there's something new to discover. Fresh styles, fresh finds, and fresh ways to make your home and family shine. So what's new at Kmart Guam? Ready to assemble furniture, stylish, affordable, and ready to take home today. Dream big with our new selection of mattresses, comfort you can count on. Upgrade your home with the latest appliances, arriving now. Step out in style with new arrivals in men's and women's fashion. Fresh looks for every season. What's new? Everything. And it's all waiting for you only at Kmart Guam.
I grew up on Guam. Sports shaped who I am. But representing our island on the national basketball team taught me the importance of community. After 10 years in Hawaii, working at Bank of Hawaii, I came home to give back and to lead. At Bank of Hawaii, we're passionate about helping everyone in our community create a better life for themselves and their families to reach their possible. I'm Mike Sakazaki, and I can't wait to help you reach yours.
Anything's possible.
Reach your possible with Bank of Hawaii.
Brought to you by American Cancer Society and KUAM Care Force.
Welcome back to Primetime. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and all week long we present Think Pink. All this week we're sharing the stories of survivors and highlighting how our island community is showing support in the fight against breast cancer. Tonight we introduce you to a survivor who shares how early detection changed her outlook in life.
For breast cancer survivor 49-year-old Signorine Neer, she was feeling under the weather, and it prompted a visit to the doctor. It was that visit that saved her life. After tests and a biopsy, Neer was diagnosed with breast cancer.
It's stage 0 at that time. They cut it really early.
But for the mother of 4, when given her diagnosis, she didn't know how to feel.
I was kind of upset, like confused. It's like, because everything I know about cancer is not good.
After receiving a brochure from her doctor that contained numbers of organizations in case she had any questions,
I was still sitting in my car thinking, do I need to call this number? Because I'm a prideful person. I don't like to ask people for help.
She reached out to several other numbers. One immediately called her back, Maria Pangilinan, a breast cancer survivor. They would meet up.
She was really encouraged me, and she told me to come to Circle of Care.
It was when she went to the Circle of Care that Nair found the courage.
I realized that I'm not alone. There are more people that is worse than me. But their story, and then it's really touching. And then they help me. They encourage me. You have to come out. You have to come out and share your story. Tell your kids, because my kids are the most thing that I'm scared to tell them, you know. And in my mind, I always thinking, how would I tell my kids, and how would they take it, you know? So I end up telling my kids, and it's a big relief.
With a strong sense of support and a best friends forever, Nair says this.
If you're one of us, don't be scared to share your stories. You feel strong, because there are more people out there to help you, encourage you.
Nair says before her cancer diagnosis, it was work and home. But now, with the kindness and love, she has found such supportive pals and is now involved with Circle of Care, Tatua Hula Fitness, and Breast Friends Forever.
There are some ladies from Circle of Care that invite me to join the Tatua Hula Fitness. So I did, you know, I went and joined Tatua Hula Fitness, and then all those ladies are so loving. They encourage me.
For this week's Think Pink, Junagan Charfris, KUAM News.
Brought to you by American Cancer Society and KUAM Care Force.
And as a reminder, on Friday, we wear the power of pink, and we invite you all to wear pink and show your support. Head over to our IG page at KUAM News, fill out the template as to who you think pink for, and post your photo of you or your coworkers wearing pink. And make sure you tag #ThinkPinkGuam. Well, it's that time of year when costumes, candy, and creativity take center stage. Digital wants you to join our trick-or-treat roundup and show off your spooky spirit. Whether it's your favorite Halloween costume, family tradition, or that group costume that stole the show, we want to see it all. Just snap a photo, add it to your template, upload it to your story, and don't forget to tag @GuamScene. You'll automatically be entered to win a prize. No tricks, just treats. So round up your ghosts, goblins, and ghouls, and let's make this Halloween one to remember with KUAM Digital's Trick-or-Treat Roundup, powered by GS and Coast 360.
Now for a look at your world at home. Here's a view from Paseo of East Hagåtña Bay.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Tamua is coming back to Guam. The UOG Endowment Foundation and Guam Comedy present the return of the comedy sensation Tamua with his Chee-Hoo Tour. One night only, Saturday, November 1st at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse. Doors open at 6 p.m. Tickets are going fast at guamtime.net, so don't wait. Special thanks to our sponsors, the stations of choice broadcasting, the Guam Visitors Bureau, United Airlines, J&G, Yamaha, Townhouse, Matson, KUAM Communications, Foundations, Trivision, Heineken, ASC Trust, BGIS, Advisors Unlimited, Western Resort, Docomo Pacific, Fruits, Raymond James, Bauman, Shoe and Black, IT&E, IP&E, Moylan's Insurance, and Pepsi. Get ready to laugh and celebrate and shout, Chee-hoo!
This is a bag. But for Steve, this bag gives him food cred. Because now everyone knows that when they have that craving, or they're just looking for the perfect deal, well, they just need to follow Steve.
Follow him all the way to the new McTerry Deluxe at McDonald's. It's an all-beef patty smothered with teriyaki sauce topped with lettuce and tomato on a sesame seed bun. For a limited time, price and participation may vary.
Okay, listen, anybody can do a basketball interview, but I'm going extra for this one, because for this week's NBA season tip-off, prior to their trip to Singapore for the 13th Asia Pacific Cup, we brought in guards from the Guam basketball under 16 and under 14 select team to do what they do best: have a fun shoot around and compete. So, we turn the KUAM studios into a court.
Off today, my name is Reed Cooperners, and I play guard for the U14 national team.
Off today, I'm Nino Ansan, and I play guard for the U14 national team.
Off today, my name is Gavin Payette, and I play guard for the U16 national team.
Hello, my name is Javon, and I play point guard for the U16 national team.
Yeah, you're shooting guard, or you're one or two?
One.
You're one? Okay. Oh, and you got southpaw. You got lefty over here.
I'm just like the general on the floor. I control the pace of the game, and my team feeds off of my energy.
Yeah. Same as Gavin, I'm the general of the floor, and our team chemistry right now is pretty good since we all played together for a couple of years now.
Okay, now Nino, you have a real distinct advantage because you're a swingman and you're a lefty and everything like that. So what kind of matchups, chaos do you create for the other team?
They don't expect a left-hand man. They mostly expect someone to go right all the ways. But I cause surprise to them when I go left and get a bucket.
You know, as a guard, it's like you control the whole floor at the pace of the game.
Javon, I saw a couple times again, you've actually got good defensive skills because you were trying to keep the ball away from Reed there. So how's your defense?
Well, I like to put like a lot of pressure on players to like kind of get them frightened in a way. So like also like getting steals too can really help our team. Maybe even like doing fast breaks and stuff, building up points to eventually win a game.
These backcourt stars lit up the scoreboard against each other just like they push each other every day in practice. And so we brought out a surprise challenge for them, waiting in the wings to test their long-range sniper skills. Our reigning office champ and the owner of our high score, Matsuki Hirayama.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, shoot. Oh, my.
Dad's got his rhythm. There you go, Matsuki, shooting the backboard.
Oh.
You're making me nervous. Oh no. Ow. Oh man, by a landslide. Good job. I think he's going to win in Singapore.
Oh, that felt good. That felt good.
Okay, what was the final score?
27-57.
Okay, who won? Very good.
I think that means they're going to win in Singapore tomorrow.
There you go.
Yay! Manifesting it. Rachel.
Now it pays to spread the Better Together experience. With our brand new referral program, you can earn up to $150 in account credits for every referral you bring in. That's right, family, neighbors, friends, even your coworkers. Just pass them your account name and account number. When they sign up for Docomo Pacific service and drop your info, cha-ching! Credit applied. So spread the word and start stacking those savings. Additional conditions may apply. Docomo Pacific, we're better together.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Sometimes parenting can be hard. What should I be doing? The Guam Early Learning Council includes partners who can provide you with early childhood services and supports. We are here to assist. For resources and information, simply call 311 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., excluding holidays. Early connection can change everything.
Giving Every Tuesday is brought to you by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. All right, half a day, everybody. Jason Salas here, and I am at the Guam Football Association with Chima Ambakwim Jr., a footballer, plays for FD, plays for the club system here, but more importantly, he is now a sports ambassador for an amazing program, Pairs to Glory. Chima, thank you so much for what you're doing for the sport. So tell me about this amazing program that you're an ambassador for.
So Pairs to Glory, try and help kids that have been displaced in Africa, specifically Nigeria. Kids that have turned to substances like drugs, alcohol, all things that drive them away from like sports and all that. So from Guam, we're trying to donate what we can to Africa. Simple stuff like balls, goalposts, goalkeeper gloves, anything that we could get and give to them that would help them stay away from all those substances like that.
And that's amazing because, you know, Guam is now your home. I know you played in Europe when you were growing up. You know, you've made Guam your home, but Nigeria is your heritage. I mean, that's your roots and everything like that. So what are you doing as far as, you know, like fundraising and making sure that, you know, you get balls, cleats, goals?
Right now, I've been asking around at FD, seeing if anybody has extra cleats, balls that they don't use that we could maybe send out over there. And so far, we've already sent a package of about 8 balls, I think, to Nigeria. I already have a video on that.
Yeah, the video is amazing and everything. And how did you get involved with this program? And, you know, what motivates you to want to give back like that?
I saw my dad. He was in the morning before school. He was on a lot of Zoom meetings and all that, and I was interested in what he was doing. And I asked him. He said that he's working on joining an organization called Pairs to Glory. And I asked him what it's about. He said, like, they're helping internally displaced children in Africa. And I said, I want to be a part of that, and I want to see what I can do to help them out there. And from there, I just asked him, like, what can I do to help? And he said, you can become an ambassador. And pretty much anybody can become an ambassador as long as you know what you want to do for the program and you want to help.
All right, and if you're wondering, there's a pretty crazy match going on behind us and everything, but, you know, this is really your home too, you know, being on the pitch, playing the game you love and everything like that. So what can you say to maybe like other athletes to motivate them to say, like, you know, you can give back and you can make a difference, you know, in any way?
I mean, anybody can really give back. If you have old cleats, old balls, stuff that you don't use, there's people that could use them. And with you playing the sport, you can really help them out there.
So, hey, so all my local athletes, if you heard what Chima is doing and everything like that, you can get in touch with him at FD or here at the Guam Football Association. If you would like to donate some of your gear, help him help athletes in developing nations. But also, I know you guys, the broader goal of this is to actually expand this within the region, like to Guam, the FSM, the CNMI. So what are you going to do for, like players that you may play against very soon?
I hope to help players near me, like maybe in Chick and all that. Like I'd hope to, a lot of them don't have cleats and all that, so once we have Africa situated and we've helped them, we can start branching out to other nations and maybe supply them with the same stuff that we are right now.
Okay, now you're playing for the FD team, of course. You guys are chasing another championship title, but what have your coaches and your teammates, like, what did they say when you told them about this?
My coach, Keith, he's really proud of me. He's over there right now, actually. And when I told him about it, he was happy about it because he knows how much I love the sport and how much passion I have for it. And me helping the kids in Africa is a pretty good thing.
There you go. Okay, so championships are earned, but Chima's already playing at an MVP level. So thank you for what you're doing for humanity, for the sports community. So best of luck to you, and let us know how we can help, man.
All right, thank you.
Giving Every Tuesday is brought to you by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, One Love. News Bites is brought to you by Docomo Pacific Better Together, Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas, and the Guam Army National Guard. There is an art space coming, everybody, so I want you to check this out because look at this. This is amazing. Art Space Guahan is waiting for you. It wants to unleash the creativity within all of us, and this is a great way for you to discover yourself, express yourself through a variety of mediums, so make sure to check out Art Space. It is a fundraiser and art gala on the 25th. It's at the Guam Museum, so we will see you there. Also coming up, Red, White, and Brew. We've been telling you about this. I'm going to go interview Father, right? Because I've been talking about how this helps Maina Parish, Our Lady of Purification. I'm going to go down next week and actually talk to Father himself so you can find out how you can help that wonderful Central Village with their fundraising activity. Of course, it is on the 10th of November, and it is a wine and beer tasting event. Also coming up, Splash and Dash Show. Please make sure to go check this out. I've been waiting all week to talk about this because Splash and Dash is a sunset run. It is brought to you by the very, very friendly folks over at Amphibious Aquatics. Friends of mine, a swim team. I love it. It's at Epau Beach, and you can check it out on Sunday the 2nd. Sunset, I should say, are always fun. And the game of the week, as we've been telling you about, you saw it earlier in the newscast, 9:30 a.m. game. So that means all my Sanchez Sharks, right, who don't go to school until 12 o'clock, you guys can catch the Rockets and the OKC Thunder. And then when JFK gets out, when Ukadu gets out, my Islanders and my Bulldogs, you guys get to go watch the Dubs and the Lakers. Really, really cool stuff. Birthdays now. Happy Tuesday birthday to Izzy Balahaja. May your day, Isabella, be as beautiful as you are, with all the love in the world from mommy, daddy, and 4 brothers, and lots of family. Sheila St. Augustine, happy birthday to you, Grandma Sheila. Hardworking, strong, and amazing. We love you, and we're very grateful from all of your grands and great-grands who say, once again, Chody rules. Have a blessed birthday, and more love from the Chody family. Happy birthday to Joseph St. Augustine. Happy birthday, Papa. Love Ari Ray and Callie and the whole family. And one of our own right now is taking a day off, and he certainly deserves it because Jacob Zablon's been with us for a while. So Jake, we hope you're enjoying your day off, man. Have a wonderful, wonderful birthday, and we'll see you when you come back to work. Want to wish your special someone a happy birthday? Just click the QR code here on your screen or email birthdayclub@kuam.com.
Happy birthday to everyone out there celebrating, and happy birthday, Jake. I hope you have the best day ever. And that's your Primetime Show. Thanks for watching. I'm Destiny Cruz-Langus. Have a good evening.
Health, Home, and Lifestyle is brought to you by the Medical City, your trusted partner in health. Hafa Guam, I'm Jason Salas here up in Dedido at the Northern Health Clinic, where they are getting your fellow Guamanians happy and healthy, giving education, giving treatment, and giving very, very sound advice how to live a happy island lifestyle. And that's what we do. And so welcome to another episode of Health, Home, and Lifestyle, where we show you how to live a healthy and happy island life. Here's what we got for you this week.
House to Home, presented by Remax Diamond Realty.
Half a day, everybody, and welcome to House to Home, our 550th episode. 10 years in, Liz and Gina are still tolerating me, and they have educated me, as well as all of you, about education. And ladies, thank you so much, and happy anniversary to us all.
Yes, happy anniversary. I'm glad we have Shelley here to celebrate with us.
Absolutely. Senator Shelley Calvo, Senator, and by the way, that is a lovely pink jacket for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and it's so good to have you with us.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Buenas, half a day to all of you there. Thank you for the invitation and hello to the people of Guam.
All right. And so this is kind of like a two-parter because, Gina, we had such a productive, healthy, honest discussion about the bill that the good senator ultimately drafted. It is now public law, that you were saying you actually feel is a very, very positive way and as an alternative to traditional like estate planning or probate, right? So we're actually gonna talk to the senator about this. So go ahead, Gina.
Yeah, we actually shared it last week, Senator Calvo. We shared it last week because, you know, in our line of work, customers reach out to us all the time asking for advice and asking us what direction to do certain things. And of course, we always tell them, here's what we have, here's what we've done, but you need to consult with an attorney to get the final blessing. And it was interesting because she had said she had heard that your bill passed. And I said, yeah, you know, we've actually reached out to her. Her bill did pass. Let me take a look at it. And I sent it to her and she came back and said, you know, this is a good alternative. And I thought it was a good alternative because I like the part in there that it's revocable, that if she changes mind for whatever reason, or if the person that she had given the property to in the transfer on death deed, if that person passes away before she does, she could just revoke that deed and redo another one. She doesn't have to go through probate. And I think Liz is actually experiencing that. So we're grateful. And maybe you could tell us a little bit about, you know, how this bill came about and what your intentions were, and just so the public is aware and they could utilize this.
Thank you. First, I just wanted to congratulate all of you guys. 550 episodes. That's incredible. And I wish you guys more episodes to go. And I commend you guys for all that you guys do for our community and to help people, you know, with planning, with real estate and everything. Anyways, going back to this ERP-toted bill, it's actually called the Uniform Real Property Transfer on Death Act, but TOD for short, or transfer on death. So the inspiration of this, actually, this is the very first bill that I worked on, that my office actually looked into, because I knew that this is such an important bill that can actually help a lot of people here in our island, and it's a meaningful bill. It can assist a lot of people, most especially the ones that don't really have the capability to raise funding for trusts, to go on long probates. So, you know, I've been in Guam for more than 2 decades, and I've seen and I've heard many stories about families and individuals that had been tied up in probate process. So technically, that was the main inspiration to that. And as a mother, a grandmother, you know, you think about things like these, right? Like, okay, we work so hard, we try to build a living. What do we do with the things, or these let's say properties? Majority of the time, families would have at least one property, right? A house that you wanted to transfer to your children when you passed. And it's the normal case everywhere globally, right? That's how we are. We save money, we work hard, we buy our dream home, and then we leave our dream home to our children. But here in Guam, I noticed that especially when there's multiple kids, properties get tied up in probate process. So that was the initiative for me. How do I help the people of Guam? How do I come up with my first legislation? So that was it. That was the thing. There's so many legislations in front of me, but this was the first thing that I really, really wanted to push and roll out. So I'm very thankful that I was able to get the support of my colleagues. All 15 of us supported this bill. At the same time, very thankful to our governor who also signed it into law.
I would think that
And
everyone would be able to empathize that, like you said, because the probate volume on Guam is a known thing.
that's correct. So at the end of the day, I'm just thankful that this is already had been rolled out and people are already using this method, this process to secure or and to sustain the properties that they have acquired while living. And Gina, you mentioned earlier that this bill actually you like the fact that there is a certain safeguard to this bill wherein the owner of the property have full control while the person is alive, right? So that's the whole intent of this bill. And this does not interfere with traditional transfers such as wills, trusts, or joint ownership arrangements. So it's really just plain straight out. You want to leave your property to someone, all you need to do is just register it.
Yeah, the good part is if someone did a will, they would still have to go through the probate process. Some people think because there's a will, it will go automatically to the individual the will states. But that's not the case. The will just reflects the wishes of the individual,
The
and then
wishes of the individual.
probate process will follow wish. But in your bill, it's like my wish will be granted
It's simplified.
unless Jason pisses me off, then I can change it and give it to Gina.
There are very
But
few
think
guaranteed things
about
in
it.
life. I think that's a certainty, though. Gina, that property's yours.
Tender love and care.
Did we invent crispy chicken? Nah, we just put it where it belongs, inside burritos and tacos, obviously. Extra saucy. 2 strips, huh? Look at that. Overachieving? Sure. Did you ask for it? No, but we did it anyway. Crispy chicken from Taco Bell, a brand new classic. You're welcome.
Think about it. The realities we're confronted with is most people on Guam will probably not have a spare 20, 30, 40 grand to set up a trust, right? So it can get expensive. Or if not, obviously, if I've heard families who've been and individuals who've been in probate for like 5 years, 10 years, and guess what? I've even heard somebody whose their family have been tied up in probate for 40 long years. So I think on my end as a policymaker, I'd like to focus my energy on issues and things where it can actually streamline and help the processing here on Guam make easier for the people of Guam. Why do we have I don't want to be the lawmaker that will complicate the process, regulations, rules. I don't like to complicate it more because, we need to not just simplify matter. I'm not trying to disregard technicalities, but I think that we owe it to our community, our people. That's how we can help each other actually, to make sure that's part of supporting, uplifting our community when processes are much simple.
Now, Senator,
I completely agree with you. It doesn't have to be complicated to get the
Correct.
task accomplished. And I think it's actually much better for all of us, I mean, me included, that things are simple, easy to understand, easy to get accomplished. And not only are you making it easy for them, you're also saving people a lot of money.
I was going to say, Senator, if I may, because I know, like Gina said, she appreciates the fact that there's flexibility in this new law with regard to property, and Liz has said, she likes the fact that it streamlines the process. I would say the one thing that really stuck out about this legislation was the fact that, when I was a young business student at UOG, like the first thing they teach us is do not make decisions when you're in an emotional state. And, it even says in the bill, when you have the loss of a loved one, you're forced to make a very, very big, very expensive, substantially, impactful decision, under a lot of pressure because, you're dealing with grief and everything like that. So this kind of like eases that burden as well.
That's correct, Jason. And, in line with what you said, this is really what you call preparation, a real simplified preparation. Most families now here in Guam, they try to prepare by putting together will, trust, and everything. But what about the families that don't really have the financial capability to prepare that way? So we're offering this option, for everyone to actually take care of your hard earned um, properties, and ensure that you basically give it to who you wanted to give it to, right?
Yeah.
And the good thing about it is you can always change your mind.
Yeah.
You got to stay
really like that.
You have to stay in good graces, otherwise it will change.
Okay, now I do want to ask and everything.
That's another angle to look at it, right?
Yeah.
I did want to ask, and now that this is part of the fabric of public policy here on the island and everything, do you know, Senator, if anyone has actually taken advantage of the ability to actually, make use of the law and apply it to their own property? Have you had any feedback about somebody says, "Oh, I've done that"?
Actually, if you connect with the land management already, Department of Land Management, there are a lot of people already who's registered their properties. Some, I would say that it's so simple. It's very easy. There's already a form that's available there, and you only have to fill it up and submit supporting documents. Of course, we have to ensure that the property is really owned by the certain individual that's registering it. But there's a number of people already that has been taking advantage of this law. The only I do know though that there may be some individuals that are probably the only challenge they're facing is the incomplete submission of documentation. Other than that, it's fast, it's easy, it's simple. So anybody who wants to take advantage of this and they're just learning about this bill, go ahead and feel free to please look into bill number 23-38, which is the Uniform Real Property Transfer on Death, and coordinate with Department of Land Management. And it's such an easy route to ensure that your property goes to whoever you intended to do. And of course, don't forget the realtors. You can call Liz, you can call Gina and Jason, right?
If Liz is still talking to me, Okay. Yeah. Well. Okay. So Liz and Gina, from your perspective, have you actually advocated for people to and guided them towards that decision and have people actually like taken that transaction?
Yeah, definitely. We've got both Gina and I have gotten calls, and they asked for a copy of the bill. And Gina, I know, has had discussions already with some of them. So I've passed the bill along, but it's nice to know that land management already has some forms that we'll probably get copies of to try to have it readily available, provided they have the supporting documents. But you're right, land management want to know is it valid? You probably would have to provide your warranty deed or your title report, to show them that you are the bona fide owner and you're deeding it to whoever the individual is. Yeah.
And of course, my office is always here ready to help, especially for the realtors, because at the end of the day, you guys are the stewards of properties here in Guam as well, right? So,
Yeah.
and you guys really do the process. So at some, not at some point, but at many points, you guys will have to you will have to deal with properties that are registered there as well. Yeah.
So I guess in the final wash, it's like what the senator's been able to do is now if you have property and if you are thinking about, what to do in the event that, you are no longer here, which is, an inevitability for all of us and everything. Now you've got options, and that is the big benefit.
And that's the most important thing, I think, giving our community and our people options, right?
All right. Well, Senator Shelley Calvo, we thank you for your time. And Liz and Gina, congratulations, 550 episodes in.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Thanks for celebrating it with us, Senator Shelley.
Thank you. I am so honored. Thank you. And I hope that this bill can help you guys as well.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you.
It's
Appreciate
already
it.
impact. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
House to Home, presented by Remax Diamond Realty.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Go on a journey to discover true health and wellness. At the Medical City, we bring you expert care, cutting-edge treatments, and personalized wellness programs. From wellness checkups to relaxation retreats, nurture your well-being in a place of healing. Explore the Philippines. Experience the Medical City.
Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo Select Care.
Happy day, I'm Claire Calvo, bringing you your weekly renewal. I am back with Dr. Benji Santiago for part 2 in this series. Happy day, Benji.
Happy day.
Not to take away from anything, because Zumba's great.
Yes.
Mixed Fit, I love Lori.
Yes.
She's done great things. The hot hula, there's so many different genres of this dance fitness. But yours is unique, I feel, to Guam.
Yes,
So,
because in the fundamentals, we actually have tomorrow dance steps. And
so the traditional, because I know there's like a lot of clap, like body.
well, yeah, so there's a lot of chest smiting.
Yeah,
We call that chest smiting in hula. There's a lot of postural and dynamic movements. But just to know some of the fundamentals, the name in tomorrow, and then you also have some hula dance steps, the names in hula. You have some Tahitian dance steps, the names in Tahitian. So it's a commingling, a peaceful commingling. And I always tell everyone, there's so much space in this world. If you're just open-minded and you have that growth mindset, let's just make it happen.
Embrace them all.
Embrace them all. We were talking about the cohort style, and I know that you and I had spoke briefly about this. I was just recently given a wonderful certification in stretching, creative stretch, as well as menopause. So I'm now a menopause coach. There needs to be more of us, yeah? What an opportunity to speak to a demographic about menopause, and for men, andropause.
Andropause, exactly.
Right? So it's important that if we live 1/3 of our lives experiencing menopause or andropause, there needs to be a lot more information about it. I have fitness clients who are 67 years old because they followed me since the very beginning. So some of them have been with me for 25 years.
And following your fitness style.
So the cohort style again, right? And they said to me, Dr. B, I follow you because I went to the doctor and they said that for a 65 or a 66 or 67-year-old, my bone density is such a huge part of why I'm so healthy.
Right.
And they said it's only because of these classes. So when you listen to all of those clients and think about what they need, that's how we create their workouts, right? Right.
And it's excellent because with diet, some things are going to gel differently with
Yes,
everyone, right?
yes,
like there are
yes,
people
yes.
who want to be plant-based, there's some who want to be keto, whatnot. fitness is fitness.
Yes.
And as we age, there are certain things that seem kind of universal.
Yes.
Like you want to focus more on the stretching,
Yes.
more on the, like you said, the high intensity,
Mhm.
but not the long cardio drawn out, but there are changes that it is smart to make as we
I always tell my
gracefully
clients,
age.
when we're working out, I don't need Avengers, I need athletes. Right? So it's really important that they understand their limitations, but we do too.
Yeah.
As fitness professionals, we have to understand everyone's limitations. We have to grow with them, we have to role model, and if we can't do it, then they probably won't be able to do it either.
Right, right. I'm so happy that you brought that up because October 18th, which is the day that you're having the certification and the master class, is World Menopause Day. So the following day, because I'm going to be part of this, we're going to do something kind of a retreat style for yoga and nutrition and whatnot.
Beautiful,
wellness thing and
beautiful.
But that whole weekend is dedicated to menopause. So that's great. That's great that you're bringing such focus to this very important I mean, we don't talk about it enough,
Yeah.
and I think just now more and more people are digging in like, okay, this is something we need to address because it's not just the fitness and the nutrition, it's these things, if you're not proactive about it, it immensely affects your health.
And I don't think that the island of Guam has thanked you enough because you always bring these topics to light, right? And it's very important that we thank this young lady because you've come to this island with all of your knowledge and you've just imparted that knowledge, you know, with all of the coaches, all of the people whose lives you've touched. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you, Benji. That is so kind of you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's why we have the show, to bring experts like you on to share a little bit more.
Like us.
Yes. Cooperative. Thank
Yes.
you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you all. I will see you next time on your weekly renewal.
Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo Select Care.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
This spooky season, we're bringing the island all treats, no tricks. Tune in to Breeze 93.9 FM or stream Breeze on KUAM.com for the ultimate Halloween playlist. Every day at 5 p.m. October 20th through October 30th. And at 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Halloween, October 31st. Plus, enjoy spooktacular safety tips and catch all the frightful fun on KUAM News and Guam Scene's digital platforms. Brought to you by Shell and IPD. Go well, go Shell. Foodies, eat, drink, happy. And Pacific Points. Do more, get more.
Deputy Director Amanda Shelton reminded the community that lung cancer is the leading cause of cancer deaths on Guam. She added, "We have the power to save lives."
Today we gather to proclaim November as Lung Cancer and Tobacco Use Cessation Month. This is not just a ceremonial observance, it's a solemn reminder that lung cancer remains the leading cause of cancer deaths on Guam. But it's also a reminder that we have the power to save lives.
Maria Manuel from the Guam Cancer Registry says lung cancer has been the second most common cancer on Guam for over a decade. She notes that 58% of all adult cancers are linked to tobacco and emphasizes to everyone that screening saves lives.
About 58% of all adult cancers in Guam are tobacco-related. If you or someone you know is a long-time tobacco user, please get screened. As we have said before, screening saves lives.
Lung cancer survivors